This episode is brought to you by Telocico. Do you wish you could tell that annoying coworker to fuck off? Or tell that certain family member to shut the fuck up without facing consequences? Well, Telocico is just right for you. This extract from the I Don't Give a Fuck Up Us plant is completely organic and extremely rare. But don't worry, it's environmentally safe. One spray of this and you'll be enjoying sweet nothings coming out of people's mouths that annoy you the most. Like, hey, mijo, I don't think you should smoke. Shut the fuck up and spray. Hey, bro, I don't think you shut the fuck up and spray. Act now and get this 1 ounce bottle. Only for $59.99. Just go to telocico.com. Enter the code Puras Pendejadas to save absolutely nothing at all. That's right, Puras Pendejadas. And watch the magic work. Thank me later.
What is up, people? You thought I wasn't gonna upload another episode now, didn't you? Yeah, okay. Never doubt me, people. I'm just playing with you. Boy, oh boy, do I have a story for you. And the whole reason why I am dropping this when I'm dropping this, even though I said I will drop this whenever the fuck I want to, I do have a sense of an obligation. That way you can see the consistency coming from me. But anyways, quick update. I forgot to mention this last time. There is improvement in the garage. I am proud to say, thanks to my wife. She basically just, was pointing fingers, go put this over there, go do that. And it looks decent. It's not perfect, but I will still be chipping away here and there. But I am proud to say that, I have guilted myself into getting the wheels going on this damn garage, man, and god damn it, I'm proud of myself. I just threw out some other shit a couple of days ago, and I did not feel guilty at all. Some of the stuff I try to sell, but at this point they've been posted up for way too long in my eyes, so I just said fuck it. And when I threw it away, I did not feel like I was throwing money away. I felt like I was throwing trash away. So good job, Robert. Patting myself on the back. Thank you. So let me see. Where do I start? Let me Tarantino this bitch. Let me tell you the end result, basically what happened, and then I'll go through the story. So yesterday, I ended up in the ER, and I'm okay. Nothing, you're in the ER. It has to be some type of severity, right? But I'm okay. I'm not missing a limb or anything like that. It turns out I have they called it a severe sinus infection. That's basically fucking with my balance. It's giving me vertigo, and it's giving me like nausea. Now, even though they said that the sinus infection is severe, thank God that the symptoms here are mild. They've been lingering. They've been hanging around, for the last 48 hours, but or 72. I don't know. Saturday, whatever. But luckily, it's nothing too bad. I just they haven't been going away, and I've been trying to figure out just how the hell should I be handling this. Should I just approach it with the Vicks and 7-Up method, or should I actually go to the doctor? And I've been waiting for this shit to like kind of fade away, and that's what led me to go into the ER. Now, when I say yesterday, okay, I'm recording this on Monday, so Sunday. I ended up going Sunday because basically there's no doctors open, and I didn't know how severe I should take this. I've never felt this way. I've never had vertigo I don't think I've ever had vertigo, period, but definitely not for extended period of time. So all right. So that was the end, right? So now let's go back. And I feel like this story should start I guess a quick summary. So my son showed up with the cold. I would say like going on 3 weeks ago. He just, and I'm assuming he got the cold from school. Um, so let's just leave that there. So he caught a cold. He had a fever for like one day. I got super super scared. I was thinking it was COVID. I was like, fuck, no way. I know some of you guys are like, nah, bro, you guys already had COVID, so you're immune, and blah blah blah. But I don't trust this shit. I mean, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust the doctors. I don't trust some guy around the corner, because I don't think nobody knows what they're talking about, respectfully. But so he showed up with the cold. He had a cold. He had a fever, but then luckily, the fever went away. He just had it that one day. We were monitoring it, and it faded away. And then a couple days later, my daughter got it. Now she got the cold too. Hers was more light than his. She didn't get a fever, whatever. So we were like, okay, this is gonna make the rounds through our household. And yep, next thing you know, a few days later, boom, I get it. And I could tell. It did start off. I did get a little scared because the first day, it felt the exact same way I got when I got COVID. The exact same way, a little thing in the throat, like, what is this? Little whatever. And but luckily, it just stayed like that. So it's just sneezing, a lot of sneezing, not coughing really, just sneezing. Runny nose, like a faucet. It's just water coming out, boom, boom, boom. So it's just constant blowing my nose or whatever. And luckily enough, by I would say I got it like on Wednesday, and I would say Wednesday, yeah, by like Friday morning, I was feeling okay. I was decent. I was like, okay, this is just the little cold that my son brought in. And then my wife ended up getting it too. She got it. Her voice went away or whatever. But luckily we're all getting better. So for all those concerned, those YouTube people, it was just a cold. It was just I ended up getting tested too. I ended up getting tested because I was like, yeah, fuck that. So I did get tested on Thursday for COVID, and it came out negative, which I figured. But just for everybody's peace of mind and stuff like that, especially at work, people are staring at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Because like I said, I kept on blowing my nose and stuff. Excuse me. But so that was okay. So now I got it. Okay. Then Friday. Okay, so Friday I was doing good. Okay, Saturday. This is where the quote unquote drama begins, but it's not that bad, guys. Just a good story. So Saturday morning I wake up, right? As soon as I wake up, I open my eyes, and when I open my eyes, I remember stretching. My eyes were still closed. I remember stretching and holding my breath. I don't know if this has anything to do with it. I'm just telling you what happened. I remember stretching, holding my breath while I'm stretching, right? And I opened my eyes. Now, when I opened my eyes got stuck going side to side. And I know it's kind of hard to explain it, so the best way I can explain it is, have you guys ever seen those clocks on the wall with those black cats? Like every time it ticks, their eyes go left to right and left to right and left to right, right? Well, picture that. Picture my eyes going left to right, but like pam, 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 like left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And I freaked because I was like, what the hell? And the whole time now, I'm holding my breath, and I'm like, holy shit. I guess I just panicked because I'm taking everything in that's happening. And I was like, oh shit. So I was like, what do I do? I was like, okay, breathe. And I couldn't breathe. Not that I couldn't breathe, but like, I guess I was just in shock that I was like, exhale, motherfucker. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I was like, close your eyes, Robert. And this isn't a matter of like seconds, okay? So I was like, close your eyes. So I close my eye. I try to close my eyes. I can't close my eyes. I'm struggling to close my eyes. And I'm freaking out because I'm just like, the cat eyes, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, like it glitched. My eyes glitched. And I was like, what the fuck? Finally, I had it down to a squint. And then boom, I closed my eyes. And then I shut the tightly closed. And then I opened my eyes and it stopped. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And my eyes felt, sore, which I thought was, explainable at the time. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? So, I got up. And when I got up, I was dizzy. Now I figured it was because of what the fuck just happened. But I was like, you know what? Sometimes this happens where I get up too quick or I hold my breath when I get up and I get dizzy. But this was like a significant dizziness. Jesus, you know what? Let me go blow my nose. Let me use the magic of editing to go blow my nose. All right, and I'm back. But Robert, how can you leave? You never left. Exactly. So, so now I blew my nose. Okay, I woke up. Okay, so I stood up. I was a little dizzy. And I was like, whoa, okay, whatever. I guess it's just the after effects of what the fuck just happened to me. So, whatever. I go out through my day. But throughout my day, I started noticing like any quick movements that I had to do, like, my head. I would like, whoa, I would get a little dizzy. It was kind of like when, like as a little kid, or maybe some of us even still do it now, when you spin for a lot of times and then you stop, how like the room is just like, whoa, when you're trying to like catch your balance or whatever. That's exactly what it was. So then I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, all right, well then I guess I'm, whatever the fuck that was. And then I started feeling like this little mild nausea, like I don't want to say like I had to throw up, but it was just like something. I could feel something right in the, in my chest, close to my throat, where I was like, am I gonna throw up? Is this gonna happen? But it would never escalate to anything. So I was like, all right, man up. You probably need to eat. You probably need to, get your day started, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So then, I go all throughout my day and I'm kind of feeling it out here and there. And what really catches my attention, I mean, both do, because I am feeling a little nauseous. The nausea would go in and out a little bit. I guess it would fluctuate. But the dizziness or the vertigo, I don't want to call, I guess I do have vertigo. It just sounds very like dun dun dun, to where it's like I'm just dizzy, but I guess whatever. So I would it would get right to the point before you lose your balance, you know? So I never did lose my balance, but it was always like a whoa, 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 don't push it because you might lose your balance. So throughout the day, throughout Saturday, I was like, man, this shit is still lingering here. Like, what is this? All right, whatever, It's not that severe. I don't think I should go to the doctor or anything like that. Maybe I should go get checked on Monday. I don't know. So I was like, okay, it's nothing that I should worry about, but it is still here. So that was Saturday, and then Sunday comes and I feel the same. I wake up, and when I sat up, oh shit, hold on, guys. Pausa otra vez, chingado. All right, I'm back. So where was I? Okay, so Sunday I wake up, and same thing. I get up, I sit up actually, and get a little dizzy still, but it's the same type of dizziness, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I start getting a little concerned, and the nausea too. It woke up with me like, hi, how are we this morning? And luckily, it doesn't affect my appetite. But like I said, I just feel like something's coming up, and I'm like, am I gonna puke or not already? And it just stays there. So throughout my day on Sunday, I keep on feeling the same way I did Saturday, And now it's raising concern with me in the back of my mind. Really, I'm just hoping that this is just gonna blow away. It'll get better throughout the day, whatever, whatever. But no, and the cold too. I'm feeling better too. It's just this little stuffiness, and the reason I feel like I haven't kicked it is because just in case you're a little queasy in the stomach there. I don't mean to gross you out or anything, but my mucus, I could tell by my mucus. Um, it it went from like regular cold, water. Basically just water's coming out of my nose to now it's like this stringy type of mucus. Sorry if I grossed you out, but I need you. I need to give you these details, people, and so now I'm noticing like, okay, what the fuck, man? Now these boogers are different. So you know, I'm spending time with the kids and stuff or whatever, and in the later part of the day, I'm just like, I think I should do something about this now. Now I start considering, okay, should I go to my doctor? And I'm like, will my doctor know what to do? Do I have to? I don't know what to do at this point. Now I'm considering getting checked, but now I'm thinking, where do I go? What am I gonna tell my doctor? Is my doctor gonna be like, you idiot, you should have gone on Sunday, you fucking stupid and I'm like, oh no. And I guess my upbringing has a lot to do with it, because we didn't go to the doctor a lot unless we were fucking dying. And but for like little stuff like this, to where it's like, excuse me, I think something's wrong with me. Can you get this checked? Which is how, but that's another story. Well, I was about to veer off there. Ooh, get it together, Robert. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to reach out to. All I know is that something's up. You know, I wouldn't say something's wrong, just something's up. Something's going on. Um, so then I tell my wife, and then she says, well, what do you think? And I'm like, I guess I'll go to urgent care. No, this is like the evening though. And so I'm like, I guess I'll go to urgent care and see what they tell me. So I go to urgent care, right? And they tell me basically that they're not taking any more people, which I'm like, yay. And now, the responsible adult Robert in my head is like, you see, you idiot, you should have came earlier. But whatever, trying to figure this shit out. So then they basically, I told them my symptoms. I told them, I'm getting dizzy and I'm a little nauseous. It's mild, but it's there. I've been having it for the past 2 days. So they're basically telling me, okay, I can only give you my point of view. The way I felt was like, look, can't do anything about it, bro. Just get out of here. And so they're just telling me like, there's nothing we can really give you for the dizziness, the nausea. I mean, it all depends on what the doctor would, but I could sign you up for tomorrow. And I'm like, tomorrow, and I'm like, right away I start thinking about work, and I'm like, oh great. I'm like, but nobody can check me now, So I was just like, no, I don't want to take up someone's slot. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it tomorrow, and I would hate to take up a slot, and take it away from someone that really, is gonna use it. I would hate for my dumbass to take it up and then just block it and then not show up, and then someone loses their life or something like that. I don't know. So, because of my dumbass taking up that slot. So, I go back home and I tell my wife, I was like, great. Well, basically they said tough shit. Now, what the girl was telling me too, I forgot to tell you this, was I was telling her everything was mild, but she was saying, yeah, if it's something where like you feel like you can't drive or you can't walk or you keep on throwing up, then you should go to the ER. And I'm looking at her like, I just told you I'm not having that. My symptoms are not severe. They're mild. What the fuck? But again, I guess that's just her way of telling me to get the fuck out of there. So I listened. I walked my dumb ass out. And I told my wife, she was saying that if my symptoms were severe, I should go to the ER, and I was like, but they're not severe, but they're there, you know. And this is why I love my wife, because she knows me so good. She didn't tell me what to do. She let me figure it out. Uh, and she asked me, she's like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I mean, at this point, it's I don't know. It's later in the evening. It's after 7 for sure. And I was like, I don't know. It's severe enough to where it's raising concern with me. It's not an emergency. I don't feel like I'm gonna die, but who else is gonna check me right now? You know, and I guess I was just scared to like keep on pushing this off to the side and it be something really severe, you know. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just go to the ER. She's all, yeah, I think you should go to the ER. And I'm like, holy shit, look at us being grown ass adults. So I go to the ER. I get there, you know, it's about 8 o'clock now. And I'm like, all right, I still have decent time, you know, get out of here, get some sleep, and go to work tomorrow. Oh, no. Was I wrong? So I get there, and most of the staff is just, you know, I get it. You know, COVID and everything, I'm pretty sure, you know, I give props to all the medical workers and stuff like that. You know, like, they're probably under a lot of pressure, all this drama, you know, I get it. But, I sensed attitude, I think, not from everybody. Some people were cool, really, really cool. But some of these people, man, they were just like, basically, their attitude was just like, what the fuck are you doing here? What do you want? You know? And, you know, other people, a little sarcasm, you know? All right, let's go do this. All right, let's go do that. Let's get you weighed. And yeah. And I'm like, are you being like a little passive aggressive here and trying to let it out in some humor? I don't know. I could pick up on that shit. Damn, I sounded like an asshole, huh? No, I just mean like, it just, I don't know, man. I guess you kind of have to be there, because I was telling my wife how I was picking all this little attitudes up and stuff, and she was just staring at me like, what? And I guess it's one of those little things where like they just do it subtly, you know? Or it might have been my insecurity. Maybe I'm just being a big baby. I shouldn't even be here. I don't know. Anyways, that's how it went down, people. So, you know, they take my, you know, my vitals and everything like that, and, you know, I tell them what's been going on with me. And okay, we're gonna take blood. They had to do the COVID test, and they did the old school COVID test too, though, where they fucking almost scrape your brain. Fuck, I hadn't had one of those. God damn it, man, that shit hurt. And it made my nose all watery and stuff. And then I was tripping out too, because they're like, we need urine sample. I'm like, all right. I've been at that ER before with my son. When they asked for his urine sample, they have a restroom like right there in that same little room. Well, this chick walks me to the waiting room, like, yeah, just go ahead and get the, you know, we need this urine sample whenever you're ready, just come bring it back. And I'm like, you know what? I just went before I came. It might be a while. She's like, that's fine. So she's walking me towards the waiting room. I'm like, okay. And then I'm waiting in the waiting room as the door shuts behind me, and I'm like, wait a minute. And there's people in the waiting room, and I'm like, I gotta walk with a cup of piss across this room while people stare at me. I'm like, Jesus. Well, I have no shame at this point, right? The goal is to get better. So I was like, whatever. So I go to the restroom. Okay, all right. I'll stop there. Basically, I get the urine sample, whatever. I'm walking back. I just put the bag. I put the cup in the bag that they gave me, and then the bag, I put it in the pouch in my hoodie. Whoa. So, you know, I saved some people from getting grossed out. If they get grossed out by looking at your Robert, get to the point. Okay, I'm sorry. So I turned it in. And it's just a waiting game, you know, waiting game, sitting there waiting, got called up, took an x-ray, you know, went back, waiting, a lot of waiting, man. So, luckily my phone was fully charged, so, you know, I'm watching, you know, catching up on some basketball games or whatever, and I guess I should congratulate the Bengals and the Rams whatever. I like football. Um, I like the game. I appreciate the game. I'll be watching more for the halftime show. Be honest with you. So then I start clearing out my phone, right? So I try to start, right? So I get stuck in this little area on my phone where, all the messages. I was having trouble sending texts or whatever, I guess because you get shitty ass reception. And I was updating my wife or whatever. And I was like, man, why the fuck isn't my phone working? And I scroll I scroll through my messages, all the messages I have, and I'm like, God damn, man, these are a lot of messages. And I looked, and I had some from like 2-3 years ago. Hold on, as back as 2019. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, maybe I should start deleting these. So I started deleting them and stuff, and then, there was a point where like I was deleting messages of like we went through a point where we were trying to buy a new truck, so all these random messages, can I go see it? What date? Hey, I'm outside, stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm just deleting a bunch of those. And sidebar, I don't want to veer off. I know I'm a scatterbrain, but I don't want to veer off because I think this part here was important. But it has nothing to do with the story, guys. But just picture me in the ER waiting room dealing with this shit. Not dealing with it. Going, don't feel sorry for me, in other words. I'm just, just watch the movie. Or the show, whatever. So I run into this thread of messages where it was me and this guy that we ended up buying a truck, right? And I ran into the thread of me and that guy. And okay, so basically I'm a Tarantino this shit again. So basically we bought the truck from him. The guy was from Fort Bliss. He was a soldier, which is, a big I should say, him being a soldier helped his case with, okay, how the fuck do I say this? Let me see. Because he was a soldier, I felt comfortable buying the truck from him because I figured he's good people. Well, good people come in all shapes and sizes and uniforms, apparently. And this guy was a piece of shit. He ended up selling us a lemon. Lemon. In a pure definition of the word. Shit needed basically a new engine, and then some. Okay, so we're going back and forth, whatever. And yes, I am an idiot too for buying it, for not doing this and not doing that, but I have learned my lesson, guys. Trust me, this was 3 years ago now. Okay. So it's just me going back and forth. When I finally realized I had already bought it, he had already gotten the money, and then I found out that it was a piece of shit or whatever. It's just me and him going back and forth or whatever. Basically just a bad energy, right? Bad. I was reading the text and I was like, jeez, man, I remember the way I felt and the frustration and, having a family, being without a vehicle, all that shit, man. It just brought back bad memories. Frustrating. And so at the end of going through all that stuff, and the fucker knew he was selling me a piece of shit. That's the thing that pissed me off the most. Fucking. Okay, back to the story. So, so I'm looking at the thread, and my first reaction was like, yeah, I gotta keep this, just in case. And then I was about to start scrolling, looking for other messages to delete, and I was like, wait, just in case for what? You've already fixed the truck. You've already got the wheels going. This is almost 2.5, 3 years ago. You're never going to run into this person ever again. Why would you hold on to these messages? And then I was like, yikes. Why should I hold on to these messages? Right. So then delete them. And I was like, okay. And right when I was going to delete them, something felt weird. Something felt like I should hold on to this. And I was like, what the fuck is this feeling? And I say that basically, that sidebar, basically to say like, I think that's part of the maturity in me of like letting shit go. You know, you have to let shit go. You might think that some stuff is important, you know, or proof or for something in the future, and that might be the case for some things. But for other things, you just gotta let that shit fucking go, man. And you know, I was a little hesitant, but I had time. I had a lot of time to think about it, sitting my ass there in the waiting room, and I was like, no, yeah, this is. I haven't touched these messages in forever. You know, let it go, Robert. Delete them. Clear your space. You know, getting all deep on you motherfuckers. God damn it. And so yeah, I deleted the messages, and I felt good. It felt, you know, I didn't really know I was holding on to them. Like I said, I forgot I had them, but it did feel good to know that I had something there, and it was useless, and I got rid of it. You know, stupid ass text messages, but you know, it helped. So I don't know. I say that to, you know, maybe you're going through something similar, and you know, maybe I could help you out with that, stuff like that, or not. Maybe you're just an idiot, wasted your time there with the sidebar. Anyways, back to the story. So I'm going through my phone and stuff like that. Um, and mind you, you know, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't get rid of this one, or maybe I should get rid of this picture. What the fuck, man? You know. So my phone is still not completely clear, you know, but I tried. So I'm waiting there. You know, this is a long time already, and as the time goes on, I'm just like, okay, I'm still doing decent time, still doing decent time. So then they call me in, they give me a room, and they give me a room, and the nurse, man, she just, her vibe is just like off too. You know, she looked like one of those like ex cholas. I guess it's your typical, you know, ex chola, ex, what do they call, chichiraras or whatever. She didn't look that old, but around that, you know, she had a lot of makeup, so maybe that's what made her look old. Um, and then she's like, "Fuck it, I'll be a nurse." And maybe she found out she didn't like it, you know, especially after this COVID shit. Man, I need to stop touching this cord, huh? So then, so yeah, she walks me into the room. She's all, "Hi, I'll be your nurse," and this and that. And I'm like, whoa. No, she didn't say it that nice. I was being nice. She was like, you know, "I'm gonna be your nurse or whatever, blah blah." I'm like, okay, cool. She said, so what's going on? And I told her again, you know, dizzy, nausea, blah blah blah. My eyes. I thought that was a, you know, important thing to mention. The whole eye thing, shit, scared the shit out of me. So then she's like, okay. And what was the deciding factor in you coming to the ER? And I was like, jeez, man. I was like, that it hasn't gone away, you know? I don't know. I just felt like this certain vibe. I don't know. I was telling my wife this story, and she was looking at me like, and I'm like, she was being a bitch, but I guess you just gotta have to be there, um, for you to understand what type of person I'm talking about. But like I said, all props to the medical care providers and workers and stuff. But some of you, jeez, man. Ugh. Anyways, so she says, I'm gonna go get the doctor, whatever, whatever. Okay. I'm looking at the time and I'm like, okay, I guess it's pushing it now, but now I have to wait a few more hours in there. Basically, they come in, they do an EKG. EKG's good. The EKG guy was fucking cool as shit, man. It was really cool. He said he put those little sticky things on my body, and he said, "All right, man, I'm gonna need you to lift up your shirt." No, he said, "Lift up your hoodie," and I was like, "Okay." And he said, "And your shirt too." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Yeah, like all the way, like you want some beads." He said, I was like, "What the fuck?" So that was pretty cool. And yeah, he was telling me about, you know, he has something similar to where he can't read while he's in the car or he'll puke. And then he gave it a name. He didn't give it a name. He mentioned it. Give it a name. He mentioned the name of it. I can't remember what it's called. But he said, "Yeah, man, you could Google it." And I was like, "Okay." And then that like flicked out a light bulb in my head, and I'm like, wait a minute, why don't I start Googling my symptoms? And I'm like, well, because I don't want to tell the doctor what I have. I want the doctor to tell me what I have. I'm just trying to figure it out because everybody that I'm talking to, I don't know if it's my teeth that push them away or my symptoms that they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? You know? Or what the fuck did you eat that has your teeth all fucked up? I don't know. Or why did you go to dentist as a kid? Because my parents didn't love me, okay? Anyways, so I I start googling um I start googling like, okay, dizziness, vertigo, nausea. Like, what can this be? And I'm like, okay, what do I do? I haven't changed up my diet or anything like that. Hold on, guys. I need to go blow my nose again. And I'm back, like I never left. This is pretty cool. Fucking pause button, man. Genius. Um, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was googling and I was like, okay, what do I Google? And I'm like, okay, what have I done? Is there anything I've switched up? You know, throughout my not throughout my life. What do I say? My day to day activities. There you go. I'm like, nothing that I can think of off the top of my head. And I started at work. I don't want to go too much into detail, but let's just say let me see. I was working in one room, and now they moved me to another room, right? And in this other room, figuratively, not literally, it's a different environment, and basically, I am. They have like this radio on, right? And it's a shitty ass radio. I'm even thinking of seriously like just buying a fucking regular ass little stereo radio, whatever, and just donating it to them. Donating, just giving it to them, whatever. Because that shit fucking sucks. It's old as shit. The volume's all fucked up. It goes in and out, and it's just annoying. So basically, the radio has to be on loud. So it's loud, okay? Um, and I don't want to listen to that shit. I mean, I don't mind it. They listen to the oldies and stuff. I don't mind it, but sometimes, most of the time, I'm listening to my podcasts, or music or whatever. So I have a earbud. I just have one in one ear, and because the stereo's so loud, the earbud is kind of loud too. And then I was like, wait a minute, what if that has something to do with it? What if it's fucking with my... Because I've caught myself several times, like, my brain is trying to, like, process, like, okay, dude, what are we listening to? Are we listening to the radio, or are we listening to the music that's in the earbud? Or are we listening to the people talking in the earbud? Like, what are we doing? I've caught my brain, like, dude, like, split down the middle. Like, what do you want to listen? What do you want me to take in, to absorb? And I'm like, yikes. So I'm like, is that maybe what's affecting me? So I start looking up, I start Googling, like, one earbud usage for a long time. And yep, something comes up to where it's okay to use one earbud, but the whole volume thing, it could fuck with your thing. It could fuck with your body and stuff. And, I mean, I'm doing it most of the time at work. So I was like, oh man, that might be it. And I start looking into it, and there's this thing called, benign, I don't know, it's like 3 letters. I forgot what it's called, but basically it's that it gives you like vertigo and stuff like that. But benign means, according to my wife, that it's non-cancerous. So that's how it stuck in my head. So like, okay, nothing to worry about, but it is something. So I ran into that, and I was like, oh shit, this is what my wife had mentioned. And I was like, okay, and I started reading the article because I had time. And basically, yeah, it's like, yeah, that shit could fuck with you. So I was like, okay, I think this is it. Now, I didn't want to tell the doctor, hey, doctor, this is what I have. While I was waiting in this room, I Googled, and Google knows more than you do, fucker, so give me my money back. I didn't want to do that. So the doctor comes in later on after a long, long time, and she checks my, what is it called? I guess it'd be like cognitive functions, like put your leg up, put your leg down, put your heel on your knee, on the opposite knee, of course, and then run it down to your foot, stuff like that. And then like, okay, follow my finger. Okay, now put your finger on your nose. Now put your finger on my fingertip, and like, okay, and then just stuff like that. And she was like, no, everything seems good. She said, I'm gonna put you on some medication, see if it works for you. Blah 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 blah. Did you drive yourself? Yes, I did. Oh shit, can't do this, can't do that. Blah blah blah, whatever. So they gave me the meds. Didn't do anything for me, but again, it was cut down. She said she was gonna give me like half a dose. Didn't do anything for me. Ran a CAT scan. Everything came out good, thank God. The bill will be horrendous, I know, but I was talking to my wife, and it's like, hey man, might as well get that peace of mind now, especially in these times. So everything's okay with me, besides sick in the head, but who can fix that, right? Not just playing. But so she comes back, checks my ears. She said my ears were okay. But then when they're about to, what's it called, discharge me, I never saw the doctor after that, after she checked my ears. So the nurse comes in and she's like, okay, all right, well, looks like the CAT scan, everything came out good. I think we're gonna get ready to discharge you in a bit. Did the doctor come and talk to you? And I was like, no. And she's like, okay. I was taking a nap. I don't even know how long I was asleep for. I don't think for much. But she woke me up, and I was like, oh shit. And she took a while. She came back, and she's like, okay, so basically she says that you have this, which is what I said at the beginning. I forget the name. There's a name. There's a paper on my table with the name of it, but it's over there, and I'm over here, and I'm not gonna get up. Sorry. But it's basically like a severe sinus infection. And I was like, whoa. And then that's what she was telling me. She's like, now this messes with your, this is what gives you vertigo, and this is what's giving you the nausea, because your fluids are basically being fucked with. And when our fluids, in our nose and in our ears are being fucked with, it messes. That's what gives us dizziness, and then it's also connected to our stomach somehow. So everything, like, I'm off a little. And she said, so that's why, you're feeling the way you feel. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then they give me like 3 fucking prescriptions, and I'm like, yikes. And I'm like, did I take one of these earlier? And she said, no, you took something lighter than the ones she's giving you, the prescription, but it was half a dose, so it's really super, super light. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. So, did I say they gave me 3 prescriptions? I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, they gave me 3. So we were done. We were wrapping up, And like I said, this whole time I'm just sensing this attitude from this chick. And by this is well after 2:00 in the morning, going on 3. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. Ugh. Anyways, so I get up and I'm like, all right, cool. So when I get up, I have to get up slow, because if not, I'll get dizzy, So I'm getting up slow. Oh, wait, hold on. Pause. Just to describe this chick, this chick, it's because she seemed like a chick. She wasn't even professional. If she was she gave off some type of professional vibe, then I would call her a nurse. This chick was like your substitute teacher at school, in elementary school, or not even that, in any type of fucking grade. They just don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm here. Keep the fucking chair warm. That's it. That's all they're fucking doing. So, rewind. She gives me the pill, right? To see, what it does, or the light dose or whatever. So I'm kind of like half laying down, sitting up kind of thing, where I'm like laying back or whatever, because of the hospital beds. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. So my head is, laying back or whatever. She knocks on the door, and I just kind of like tilt my head, and she's like, okay, go ahead and take this. And I was like, oh, okay. And I sit up right? I just sat up quick. I adjusted myself, and I was like, whoa, I got dizzy, but I had my hand out. So she put the pill and the cup of water in my hand. And I was like, yikes. So I was waiting to like for the dizziness to go away. And the whole time she's just staring at me, and she's all, well, she told me right when she walked in, she's like, the doctor wants you to take this. Go ahead and take it, and then we'll see how if it helps you. And I was like, okay. So I sat up or whatever, right? And I'm like, whoa, I'm trying to like let the dizziness pass. The whole time she's just staring at me. She's all, and I'm waiting for the dizziness to go away, and she's all staring at me, and then, alrighty, she just walked out. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, shit. So, I don't know if I should be proud that I brought the white girl out of this ex chola, but I thought that was pretty funny. So, oh man. So then, okay, yeah. So, okay. So going back to, okay, I'm getting up. We're leaving and stuff. I'm getting up slow. And, while I'm getting up, she told me, do you know how to get out of here? Right? I heard, are you ready to get out of here? And I was like, oh yeah. And she said, okay. And she just walked. She just walked away. And I'm like, I'm getting my stuff in my pockets and everything. And I look up and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And I'm thinking, I'm like, why would she ask me, are you ready to get out of here? And then just walk away? Because we're outside of the room. And I was like, she can't be this much of a dick. And then it just clicked. I was like, maybe she didn't say, are you ready to get out of here? Why would she want to be my fucking homie all of a sudden? So I was like, what else sounds like, are you ready to get out of here? And I was like, I think, do you know how to get out of here? And I was like, and they have these big ass arrows on the floor, and it says exit. So I figured, I was like, I'll let myself out. So I followed the arrows like a fucking elementary school kid, walking down the hallways with my hands behind my back. And I got out or whatever. At this point, my wife was asleep. We're texting, going back and forth or whatever. And yeah, man, I got home, and it was almost gonna be like 4. And yeah, man, I just got here knocked out, and here we are. I'm still waiting for my prescriptions to be ready. But yeah, that was a hell of a past 48, 72 hours. And as of right now, I still haven't taken any of my meds or anything like that. So I still feel the same. I still feel the same that I did, 2-3 days ago. So hopefully this medicine will help out. But yeah, man, this is it's crazy. It's crazy, and I feel we have an obligation, a responsibility to take care of ourselves, because the like, this isn't something serious, but I don't want to wait till it becomes serious, and I can't walk, I can't provide for myself, I can't do certain things, I'd rather just like, hey man, just get it looked at. Yes, apparently people look at you weird for preventing rather than to fix something. But in the end, the way I figure, it's my life, it's my body, and they're not going to be going through it. I am. So what do I want to go through? Putting shit into perspective for you motherfuckers out there procrastinating, which includes myself, which is mainly for myself, because I'm the only one in this room right now talking to myself. So how you like them titties, apples, whatever. What else? Hope you guys enjoyed that story. Talk about fucking content, huh? Is this what I have to be going through to give you guys some interesting shit, going to the fucking ER? Because it ain't gonna happen that much. We've been having fun. I've been having fun, man. I've been practicing, performing and stuff like that. Been learning a lot too, and been getting together with some of the guys, and it's been really fun. Been learning a lot. And really, it's just practice, man. We're just treating it like a gym, really. Just there's no, you know, me and Accurate we're talking about, just doing this, just prepping for the future. Period. Nothing even like really that specific. Just preparing. It just feels kind of stagnant that we're just here, like. So what do we do? So what do we do? We kind of, just got to get the wheels going on all perspectives. Like I said, I've been working on the whole merch thing. And I have to keep in mind like what else. Performing has a big thing to do with it, so I'm really just treating it like I'm going to the gym. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, I feel a little awkward. I feel a little this, a little that, but I like the feedback. I like the way I've compared it to like going to the gym with friends. Yeah, you could go by yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there is something to that whole teamwork thing. So it's been really fun, and yeah, man, just chip away, just get ready for when it does come time. What do they say? You don't have to get ready when you are ready, or uh, what is it? Fuck, no, no, no. Come on, remember? I could feel like the fog coming. I have to like go away. In order to be ready, you don't have to get no, no, no. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Let me see. Anything else? God, man. Hey, my mental fog didn't really get in the way. Did it? No, I don't think so. But yeah, man, I trip out how most of this hospital staffs they seem kind of jaded, which I get it, but I don't know. I guess we're all in places we don't want to be and we have to be, and hopefully people just can get their lives together. Let me see. Oh yeah. So while I was waiting at the in the room, I found myself. Well, not found my. It's not like it's weird or anything like that, but I wasn't really praying. Yeah, I was praying. I started, just asking God, like, man, just let everything be okay, man. I really don't need none of this bullshit right now. Like he's gonna be like, oh shit, really? Because I had different plans, but since you told me, let me go ahead and get rid of them, Robert. Right on it. But I was just like, man, hopefully everything goes good. And then I stopped and I was like, man, how many people have been in the same spot in this hospital right now doing the exact same thing? And then it just like started multiplying in my head. Like, what about the person next to me in that room? How many people have been, you know, how many people have prayed in that room? And then to the side, and then over there and over there. And I was like, whoa, this whole place, like, how quick does God's inbox get filled just on this one place alone? And I started tripping out, man. I was like, whoa, I started getting flashbacks to like Bruce Almighty and shit. uh, but yeah, and then I started thinking, I was like, I wonder where the most prayers come from. Do they come from hospitals or do they come from churches? And I was like, that is a good ass fucking question, Robert. You won't get the question. That is a good fucking question. Even I try to give myself props and I get in the way of myself. Jesus. Um, but I was like, man, that's a good question, man. And I was left pondering that. I was like, and that's basically it. It's not like I got an answer. I was just like, man, I wonder where the most prayers come from, because a lot of people pray from the hospitals, and you would think people are forced to pray at the churches too. Get down, motherfucker, on your knees. Give me them prayers. But yeah, so I guess I'll leave you guys with that. That was a decent amount of time. Let me see. Do I have to run anything by you guys? Hope you guys caught that ad from Tiger Eye and Accurate. That's his production company for the videos and visuals and all that stuff. Reach out to him. Shout out to Acribe for today's the Telosico ad. Shout out to everybody really. And we're still working. Hopefully I get better. And I'll let you guys know how that goes. As far as the consistency, I mean, I'm just gonna keep on putting them out. I don't want to tell you guys I'll be doing them every specific day, but do expect them. And today, I mean today, yeah, but you're living in the future. I forgot, you fuckers. But take this episode as proof of that. I I don't have any plans of stopping this. I just gotta squeeze it in whenever I can. But let me not talk about it and be about it. Let me bring you this content, right? Damn, that was badass. Nah, no, it wasn't. Okay, all right. Well, I'll drop this shit whenever the fuck I want to, guys. All right, see you guys.